Take a breath. Let your shoulders drop. You're safe here. Tonight, we're going somewhere very old. Somewhere that most people have never heard of. A place so beautiful, so alive, that when it disappeared, the world forgot it had ever existed. Close your eyes if you'd like, and let me take you back 3,600 years back to a small island in the middle of the Aegean Sea, to a city called Akrotiri. You arrive by ship. It's early morning. The sun is just rising over the eastern hills. The air smells of salt and bread and something warm you can't quite name. As your boat docks at the harbor, you look up at the city rising above you. Multi-story buildings, 3, sometimes 4 floors, painted in warm yellows and deep reds. Streets paved with flat stone, worn smooth by 1,000 years of footsteps. People are already moving through the streets. A woman carries a clay pot on her head, moving effortlessly. 2 children chase each other around a corner. A merchant adjusts his display of colored cloth. Purple, saffron, deep sea blue. This is Akrotiri in its prime. And what you're seeing is extraordinary, because the city has running water, hot and cold, piped through clay channels beneath the streets. When the rest of the world was drinking from rivers, these people turned on a tap. They had sewage systems, indoor bathrooms, streets designed to manage rainwater. By any measure of civilization, these people were centuries ahead of their time. Walk with me now, through these streets, past these walls. Notice the art. The walls are painted floor to ceiling, not dull faded paintings, vivid, alive. Blue monkeys leaping between painted flowers, swallows diving through a painted sky, young men boxing, wearing gloves that look almost modern, elegant women watching for a painted hillside, their dark hair pinned with gold. These are not primitive people. These are us, living lives, not so different from our own. But something is wrong. It starts small, a tremor in the night, just for a moment. Then stillness. The next day, a crack appears in the wall of a building near the harbor. Nobody is too concerned. The island trembles sometimes. It always has. But then the smell comes, a faint sulfur in the air, like something ancient, waking up beneath the earth. The elders gather. They've heard the old stories about what the mountain can do when it's angry, and slowly, quietly, the decision is made. It's time to leave. This is the part that still moves archaeologists today, because when they excavated Akrotiri, they found almost no human remains. Almost no one died here. The people of Akrotiri read the signs. They gathered their most precious things, their jewelry, their tools, their children, and they walked down to the harbor, and they sailed away, leaving behind their homes, their streets, their paintings on the walls, everything they had ever known. They didn't know they were saving history. They were just trying to save themselves. We don't know exactly when it happened, but at some point, after the people had gone, the mountain answered. The ground shook, not the gentle tremors of before, but something deep, primal, unstoppable. And then the sky opened. The eruption of Terra was one of the most powerful volcanic events in all of human history, 4 times stronger than Krakatoa. The explosion was heard thousands of kilometers away. A column of ash and rock rose 35 kilometers into the sky, higher than most aircraft fly today, across the entire eastern Mediterranean. Day turned to night. Ash fell like grey snow as far away as Egypt. Temperatures dropped across the planet. Ice cores drilled in Greenland, thousands of kilometers away, still carry the chemical fingerprint of this single day. And Akrotiri, the beautiful city we walked through together, was buried silently, completely. The streets we walked on, sealed, the painted walls, preserved, the running water, the markets, the children's toys, frozen under 6 meters of volcanic ash, as if the world had simply pressed pause. For 3,000 years, Akrotiri slept beneath the earth. Then, in 1967, a Greek archaeologist named Spiridon Marinatos began digging, based on a hunch, a theory his colleagues called ridiculous. What he found stunned the world. Streets still intact, buildings 3 stories tall, still standing, furniture, pottery still filled with food, beds, tools, children's toys, entire rooms frozen in time, exactly as they were on the last morning. A stone table with a clay cup still sitting on it. A pair of sandals left by the door, as if the owners had just stepped out and never came back. Archaeologists worked in silence, brushing away ash with soft tools, uncovering wall after wall of those vivid, extraordinary frescoes, still bright, still alive, after 36 centuries underground. Here is where the story becomes something else entirely. About 1200 years after the eruption, the Greek philosopher Plato wrote about a great island civilization, a civilization more powerful than any that had come before, advanced beyond their time, destroyed suddenly, catastrophically, swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. He called it Atlantis. Most serious historians are careful here. Plato may have been writing pure philosophy, a metaphor, a warning about pride and hubris. But the echoes are difficult to ignore. A powerful island civilization, advanced beyond their time, destroyed suddenly by forces beyond human control, vanished beneath the waves. The memory of Akrotiri, passed down through oral tradition for over 1,000 years, may have been the seed that became a legend of Atlantis. We will never know for certain, but perhaps that's as it should be. Some mysteries are meant to stay mysterious. Today, tourists come to Santorini for the sunsets, for the white buildings and the blue domes, for the photographs. They stand on the rim of the caldera, the collapsed shell of the very volcano that buried Akrotiri, and they watch the sun go down over the water. Very few of them know that beneath their feet, the ruins of a 3,000-year-old city are still being excavated, still giving up their secrets. History is full of stories like this. Civilizations that rose and thrived and vanished, leaving behind only fragments for us to find, only whispers. This channel exists to find those whispers, the stories history forgot to tell. I'll be here every week, whenever you need somewhere quiet to travel, somewhere very, very old. Good night. History never truly disappears. It only waits for someone